Hello. And you can tell by the fact that we're already giggling. It's just a special Brooke and Carrie episode again.
Yeah, we're having a moment right as we were going live. Apologize.
It's all good. Today's an exciting one. So I think we're just going to drop that out. It's an AUA. Ask me anything. Ask us anything. Brooke's here to talk. Specifically, we've been collecting some questions about the Hello Conference. So we got some fun ones. We got some weird ones.
Oh boy.
We've got some that we will be answering on Instagram later today. Spoiler.
So to start, I think we should just tell everybody, if you have not heard about the Hello Conference by some miracle, I'm pretty sure if you're on the East Coast, you've been peppered with information about the Hello Conference. But essentially, it is a conference. It's B Squared's first ever conference. It'll be held at the Baltusrol Country Club, which is like one of the top 50 best golf courses in the US. They hold one of the PGA tours there, so it's very fancy. And it'll be held on March 28th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. if you're attending the VIP breakfast. If you're not attending the VIP breakfast, it's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And essentially, it's all about scaling your business and your marketing efforts with intelligent tools, but doing so while keeping the human element in the center of your intelligent tools loop. So how to use those tools to scale, but not lose the human element of your marketing. March 28th, Springfield, New Jersey. And you can find out about the conference if you want more information or we don't answer your question today on our website at bsquared.media. There's a huge banner at the top of the page. You can't miss it. Just click that and it'll take you to more information.
And because this is B2TV Live, we have to say it. The link will be down here. I really hope you find a way to work that into the conference, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
So let's start out with question number 1. I registered. Now what?
Now we wait excitedly for the day. No, we will be sending out 2 emails to everyone who registers. So essentially the first email will go out the week before the event to the day. And the second email will go out the day before. So if for whatever reason you don't get registered until a week or less than a week before the event, you will only receive 1 email. But essentially, the email kind of covers all of the different things about registering, where to go for when you get to the gate for parking, where to go for registration, the dress code for the event, which is very important, and I'm sure we'll talk about it at some point because I know there's already been questions about the dress code. But essentially, that email will cover everything. And if you really need to get in touch with us, you could just either call the B Squared phone number, which is on our website, bsquared.media, or you can reach out to the with the contact form there, and we'll get back to you ASAP. And when I say ASAP, I mean usually within just a few hours. So same day response.
And I think that'll lead us into our next question. I have them in my notes completely out of order, but I'll try and throw them in here related to how the conversation is going. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm shouting. I feel like I'm shouting. So.
No, I don't think you're shouting.
So let's jump into our next question is, what do I wear? Obviously,
yes,
flannel shirts are probably not acceptable.
Well, it's a collared shirt, and if you were to tuck it in, it could be acceptable. So essentially, because we're having this event at a country club, the dress code is a little more formal than normal. Formal than normal. I rhymed. I'm a poet, and I didn't know it. Ooh. Anyways, so we feel like we're having one of those days. So the dress code is slacks for guys, absolutely no jeans of any color for men or women. For men, make sure that your shirts are collared shirts, that they're tucked in. It's dress to impress, basically. So no jeans, no leggings, no flip-flops. That's probably pretty obvious, but just in case, no flippy-floppies on this one. And that's all found, again, on our landing page or on our website at bsquared.media. And you can also go to the Baltusrol Country Club link, which we will put in the links below, which you can go read their dress code requirements there.
I would also like to point out that that conversation has blessed me with the rest of the day. I will now have the Lonely Island song called I'm on.
I've got my flippy floppies.
I'm going to be singing about my flippy floppies for the rest of the day with the 3 feet of snow outside my back door.
Yeah, me too.
That's going to be fun. And now, in the ultimate segue of all segues, we have another question. What do we do if the weather is bad?
This puppy is rain or shine. We're on the East Coast, so you know what we're going to do as East Coasters do, which I've learned as a native Texan what that means, which is like, it really doesn't matter. It can be a ding-dang blizzard outside, and you folks make it places. So rain,
You've been learning about this weather a lot.
Ding-dang tornadoes. The event is happening no matter what.
You've really got the East Coast weather down pat this year, especially, I think, has hit you super East Coasty.
I've already gone through 4 days without power this winter, so trust me, you can do it.
Next question we've got is, where do I park?
So parking is a little bit tricky, but the address to the venue is obviously online. We'll have it on all of the registration emails. It's on the website. But when you pull up to the country club, there is a gate with a little man in the gate, and you have to tell the little man or woman that you are there for the Hello Conference. And essentially, you'll pull around the drive, and he'll explain this to you, but you'll pull around the drive, basically all the way down the drive, and to the right, you'll see the club. You could park anywhere over there in front, and then come into the club entrance.
Talking a little more about the club. Because it is super fancy and super amazing. Are people going to be able to use the amenities there? Is it what are they taking advantage of while they're at the club? Which I can't pronounce, so I'm not going to try.
So we are not going to have access to all of the amenities. It's a very difficult club to get into, even by East Coast standards. So it's very private. So we're very lucky that we get access to the areas that we have access to, and they are beautiful, I assure you. So obviously we'll have access to the lobby. We have 3 rooms that are kind of designated for the conference, including an upstairs room if you buy a VIP breakfast ticket. We'll have access to all of those rooms, obviously the restrooms and locker rooms. You could ask Teddy, who is the events manager there, if she'd be willing to give you a tour. That may happen. But essentially, we have designated areas that we have access to, and they're all kind of in one location, so it should be really easy to stick to our areas.
We won't be able to get lost.
Yeah, no getting lost.
Getting lost. I tried that for years when I was doing trade shows in Indianapolis, and it was still the football stadium. I'm like, oops, what if I accidentally get lost and end up in the locker room? Whatever shall I do if I end up with some Peyton Manning gear for my friend Pam back at home? It doesn't happen. You can't get lost no matter how hard you try.
Yeah, it would be difficult. They have lots of personnel who are really lovely people, but they'll probably spot you.
You'll have your badass lanyard.
Yes, you will have your gorgeous lanyard, which is why you want to make sure you register so you can get your pretty lanyard and your swag.
Ooh, swag. I think this one is going to be a pretty easy one. But what hashtags should people be using for this?
So we have a designated hashtag for the event, which is hashtag Hello Conference. We haven't shortened it. I guess we could try Hello Conf, C-O-N-F, but really we've been using Hello Conference. We could stick to that. We'll have slides, housekeeping slides, that will have all of the handles for our speakers. And then if they have any hashtags that they want you to use, those will probably be available on their slides during presentations. So obviously pay attention, see what's on there. And a fun fact, we will be announcing this at the conference, but we'll be doing fun things for people who do engage with the Hello Conference hashtag. So be sure to tweet your tweetable tips using the hashtag so that you can be recognized. Somebody
might be watching the stream pretty intently. Somebody might be stalking the conference. And with this weird lighting I have today in the sun and clouds, I do look like kind of a creepy hacker in the basement. So it kind of works.
It works. I like it.
We had a question about if they don't register for VIP, is there still some kind of chance to meet any of the speakers?
Yeah, absolutely. The speakers are all wonderful people. I'm lucky enough to know all of them and be friends with them in real life. So they're awesome. I've seen them speak at events before. They always take time to talk to people. Obviously, there may be a line, or you may not get as much time with them, which is why we encourage people to buy a VIP ticket. So essentially, the VIP breakfast is from 8 to 8:45. It is with all of our speakers. It's limited to 20 people total. So essentially, you have that one-on-one time. So from what I understand, some of the people who are attending the VIP breakfast want to ask some direct questions about their marketing strategies or business strategies, and have the direct ear of some of these consultants and speakers who, you know, would normally cost a pretty penny for an hour of their time. So you'll definitely get a chance to speak with them outside of the VIP breakfast. But if you really want some of those strategic questions or a little more personal time, I would recommend getting the VIP ticket.
It's that ultimate, like, hey, can I pick your brain for a minute?
Yes. I should have
that a lot.
I should have called it the Pick the Brain breakfast. Oh my God, next year, write that down.
Next year. Yeah. We'll have that in the magical land of Carrie's random hat.
No, I really like that though. Pick your brain breakfast. I really like it, because that's exactly what people, from what I've heard so far of the people who are attending the breakfast, that's exactly
what they want to do.
Yeah.
Since we're still talking about VIP, and since we already gave away the spoiler last time, is Mark going to be signing books for people that don't make it to the VIP breakfast?
Absolutely. So as we already let the cat out of the bag, or the book out of the bag, Mark is going to be giving everybody in attendance a free copy of his new book, The Marketing Rebellion, which he will be speaking on. And it's literally life-changing, this book, when it comes to marketing. He just gave the speech that he's going to give at the Hello Conference at the National Speakers Association Conference, which is like the toughest speaking crowd out there. And I heard he got a standing ovation. So to say that I'm thrilled to have him deliver this speech to you guys is you know, not even the right word for it. It's beyond. But yes, he will be doing a book signing at lunch. So you will get a free copy of the book. Make sure you go see Mark in the room. We'll have him set up at the table, and you can bring your book over and have him sign it. So awesome. We should be able to get to everyone because we have an hour for lunch. So get in line early, I guess, would be my tip.
And for those of us who aren't going to be there, but will be, of course, stalking the hashtag Hello Conference, will there be any kind of live stream outside of the hashtags for the people that can't make it?
There will not be live streaming this year, you know, and this was a personal decision for mine. We made this an intimate event on purpose. We limited the number of tickets. We wanted the group to be small because we really do want this to feel like a one-to-one situation where people can feel like they're getting like that one-to-one attention. So possibly next year, we will offer live streaming options or a way to like purchase an online ticket or something. But for this year, it was our first conference. We wanted to make sure that we did things right and that we brought the value. So we really focused on getting the correct lineup of people, the correct content, and keeping it really small and intimate. And hopefully it will go really well. We'll be doing it again next year. And then we might consider offering some sort of like live streaming or online ticket options.
In the meanwhile, hashtag Hello Conference.
Yeah.
Get all the tweetable bites you can.
Yeah, I mean, we know from attending other conferences, right, that people always tweet the golden nuggets. So I think you would still gain a lot by following along on Twitter, probably for sure, or Instagram, using the Hello Conference hashtag.
And this one, I think everybody who's not a business owner has had to deal with this question regarding any kind of going to anything. But I'm trying to get the okay for my boss to go. What can I say to sell them on sending?
I think if you look at the speaker lineup alone, I mean, not just Mark, but we have Christopher Penn and Katie Robert from Trust Insights. We have Luke from Sprout Social. We have a speaker, Brendan Hall from Aon, and myself. But essentially, all of the speakers combined have a ton of experience. Some of the consulting fees that these speakers charge would be thousands of dollars per hour. So the fact that you can get a ticket for $2.99 and sit with them for several hours is kind of out of this world. And I think just the fact that you're going to get a copy of Mark's book will cover the value of the $2.99. I mean, I get it. You're not going to pay $300 for a book, but truly, I think, the free book combined with him basically explaining that book to you in his talk, and then seeing all of these other expert consultants who, deal with some of the largest clients out there, Nike, Adidas, Dell, Johnson & Johnson, they service a lot of really big clients. So I think, the advice that they would give is priceless, but you're getting a whole day with them for a very reasonable cost.
And there's takeaways too, or if I remember right, like Luke's going to bring some stuff, like there will be a lot of things you can take back with you.
Exactly.
And, I mean, this is digital marketing and social media, but there's something on paper you can take back to be like, here's something we can utilize. Like,
definitely. And that's another thing about the speakers too. Like, I know working with Chris and Katie on projects that if you have a true question, especially with Chris, this is one of the things I really love about Chris. He will go film an actual video of how to do something and send it to you. So, I mean, if you were to go up to any of one of the speakers and say like, hey, I would really love more information on XYZ, give them your card. I know these, again, I have the luxury of knowing these people and being friends with them and seeing how they operate at other conferences. And truly, they're so wonderful about follow-up. And this is why we chose them, because we want it to be a one-to-one event, and it truly will be.
And this one is sort of an unsanctioned question, I think. But are there any post-event functions scheduled, any evening shenanigans, any stuff in town or at...
Not this year, no.
Yeah,
the pre-event function would be the VIP breakfast. We were going to make it a VIP happy hour, but due to some scheduling conflicts, a lot of the speakers are flying in from different parts of the country. So we weren't able to make a happy hour work. So this year it's VIP breakfast. Next year it may be a happy hour or some other sort of event. But for this year, the pre-event festivities will be the VIP breakfast.
And then I think this question is probably the most important question. When's the last chance to get a ticket?
So the last chance to actually buy a ticket for the event is a week before. So that Friday, I think it's the 22nd of March. Am I right on dates? I don't want to be wrong. Hold on. One moment, please.
Yes, 22nd is the Friday. Friday is the 22nd.
So that Friday, the 22nd at midnight, essentially, or 11:59, ticket sales turn off, period. There will be no at the door tickets. There will be no, after the fact tickets. And the reason being is we have to get name badges printed. We're putting together special goodie bags for everybody. So we wanted to leave enough time to make sure that was all available to everyone who attended it. And like I said, we're really not focused on the number of people so much as we are making sure this is like a very good, like intimate one-to-one, lots of conversation and networking type of event. So be sure if you even think you might be coming that you purchase your ticket by March 22nd at 11:59 p.m.
Perfect. And that is one last question. Actually, we did answer that already. Sorry. Just a kind of a shout out to our Instagram stories. If you check it later on, today there will be some information about. It's George. Haven't seen him in a while on one of these.
Hey, George.
There will be some tips about what to wear for the conference and what not to wear coming out. Just a few examples that Rachel was so lovely enough to film while she packed.
Woo! Thanks, Rachel.
Rachel's packing already, by the way. I am immensely proud that someone is that pre-packing schedule.
I'm so bad with packing. I'm not like minutes before, but I'm like the day before or the morning of usually. Mm-hmm. I could be better.
I commend her for her preparation with that.
She's super organized, so I'm not surprised.
Gonna have her pack from all my trips from now on.
Long story short, guys, got to get tickets before or by March 22nd. You can find all of the information for the conference at b-squared.media. Just click on the big hello banner at the top. We'll put it in the links below. And if you have any questions at all, you need any help, you want me to register for you, listen, this is a valet service type of event. I will do it. I am not below doing that. So shoot me an email if you need anything, Brooke, BROOKE, at bsquared.media, and I will personally help you get it done.
Beautiful. And I think I don't see any fresh questions coming in from Facebook. So I think everybody is getting their questions answered. So we won't have to have everything you want to know about the Hello Conference, but we're afraid to ask because people haven't been afraid to ask, which is fantastic.
Yeah, thanks for all of your questions. Really appreciate it. Again, if we didn't answer your question for some reason or you were afraid to ask, shoot me an email, check us out online, and we'll see you next time.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.